Sponsored by our friends at Nice Day, a creative marketing agency headquartered here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Queen City Unleashed. I'm Shea Olushina, your host, and this podcast is all about talking to incredible people here in Charlotte doing amazing things. Today, we have a very, very, very big guest, former Big 12 Defender of the Year, 28th pick in the NWSL Collegiate Draft, all-time 4-year record holder for minutes played at Kansas University, defender for the Carolina Ascent, number 13, Addisyn Merrick.
Hello.
Hello, Addie. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
This is going to be fun. We've been cutting up a little bit here, and so those always lead to pretty good episodes. So, all right, first, talking about Charlotte. Well, actually, before that, you're the first active pro player we've had on the podcast. We've had a retired player, but you're the first pro athlete. How does that mean anything to you? No?
Yeah, I mean, that's an honor. I thank you for picking me.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I think you have some cool stuff. So
Thank you. We met almost a year ago, and then we got to go watch a soccer game together, hang out a few times. So Addie's pretty cool. This is one of the guests that I do have the pleasure of getting to know before we interview, which always is a lot of fun. So you're a pro player on the team here in Charlotte. What has your experience been with Charlotte since getting here? You haven't been here long. What do you think?
I actually really like Charlotte.
Okay.
I think it's a really cool city. I think there's a lot of things to do. I'm from Kansas City, and I feel like Charlotte kind of has like a similar rep of, oh, there's nothing to do, but I feel like there's so many things to do if you just look in the right places.
Thank you. Speak on it.
Yeah, I feel like I never go out and do things, and I feel like I'm always like every weekend we're going to do something new, whether that's like going to see like a small venue, like a little concert, like a pop-up concert. Like there's a lot of those. That's fun. I went to the Afrobeats thing. It was like I forget when it was, like last year sometime.
Okay.
It was like a little Afrobeats pop-up, and it was just like random Afrobeats people.
You guys do get out to a lot of concerts.
Yeah, so it's like been fun. I've got to experience like lots of different music being here.
Okay.
And I feel like there is a lot of good food. I go out to eat on the weekends, so yeah.
You're starting this off with a bang. Addie's hitting on some really important points here. There's a narrative that is recircled online about Charlotte. Addie's not even been here 3 years.
Yeah, probably about.
And she knows that there's good food here and there are things to do. If you do not know where there are things to do or you think Charlotte is boring, you are boring. Argue with your parents, not us, because there are incredible things to do in Charlotte. And when it comes to food, if you really think there's not good food here, stay at home and cook. We don't want you at the restaurants anyway, because we have some of the best chefs nominated, Michelin Guide. We got a Michelin star, James Beard finalist. Like, we have great food here in Charlotte. Just get out of your bubble and try it. So if Addie can do it in less than 2 or 3 years, get your act together, please. But that's just a soapbox that I've, like, it's been online nonstop. And I'm like, leave our city. And if you don't like it, complaining about it isn't going to help.
It's not going to change anything.
If you don't have a solution, don't.
Yeah.
So, all right, what are some of the things you get out and do for fun in the city? You said music, eat, or do you have any secret talents? Like can you like sing or dance or something?
I don't think I could do either of those. I can bake.
Oh.
I'm very good at baking.
Oh.
I bake for every single person on my team's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is there like an Addie Bakes Finsta somewhere that we can follow?
Yeah, I don't really use it that much. I'm trying to figure out how to update it because I do want to start eventually, I think, selling my baked goods. I'm working on that. It's been
a post-soccer career?
I think it's like a during and maybe post.
Oh.
But yeah, I've had so many people that are like, you just need to just do it. And I've been talking about it for probably like a year and a half now. And I'm like, okay, I actually need to like just do it.
When you do it, Queen City Unleashed will be your biggest fans. Whenever you're ready, just let us know.
Yeah, no,
we'll be your biggest fans.
My teammates are like, please just sell. Like anytime I bring stuff in, everyone's like really excited about it.
So what is your specialty? What are you? Cakes, brownies, cookies?
I probably say macarons.
Man, that is not an easy one.
Yeah. I make really good strawberry shortcake macarons. I've recently made a pistachio macaron that was really good. I've made cookies and cream, white chocolate cranberry. That one's fire.
You're really excited about this.
Yeah, that
your
one's
whole
really
energy
good.
changed.
I love making it. It's just like nice to bake for people because I just love, like, I feel like food is like such a love language, and it's like just a way to make people happy. So I love baking for people because I love seeing how excited they get about something. So, yeah.
So when did you start baking?
COVID.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's a productive
Yeah.
COVID hobby.
Yeah. And it turned into next Christmas, I got a KitchenAid, I got an ice cream maker, I got a bunch of attachments. So, yeah, now I have like a lot of things. So,
Okay, is there? You don't have to tell us now because it's still in its infancy. But like, is there a name like Addie Bakes? Is there Addie's Goods?
okay, so we were playing on something, and as of right now, my Instagram is Baking Addict, but it's ADDIECT
That's good.
with my name in
I
it.
no notes. That's really good.
Thanks. I'm like trying to figure out how I want to like expand or if I want to change it or like what I want to do. But I think that one's fun. Like,
You get a logo for
yeah.
that. That is
Thanks.
that's
Yeah.
fire.
So right now that's what it is. But
Okay.
yeah.
So macaroons though, like that's people talk about baking cookies, cakes, brownies, cheesecakes.
Yeah.
How did you end up there?
During COVID, so this is like my second family. I lived with another family during COVID. And they are just like some of the best people ever. But I was living with them, and their daughter was like, "Oh, let's try baking these." And like the first time we made them, we were like, "These are not like they tasted good, but they were really ugly."
Oh.
And we were like, "Okay, we got to try this again." Like we messed it up, so we tried it again, and we were like, "Oh my gosh!" We're like, "These are so good." So then I forgot where I had moved. I moved some. I've gone too many places. I moved. I was in a different city, and I was like, "I'm gonna make these for other people." So then I made them again, and I was like, "Wow, like." They're better than before. And then I just kept practicing, and then, yeah, now when people ask for them, I've taught a couple people how to make them. Yeah, so.
Pro soccer player, pro baker. Someone who can do both.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know.
All right, so you bake a lot. So are you into the bakery scene here, like going to try other baked goods or?
Okay, so this is a hot take. I bake and I don't eat anything that I bake. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I usually like, I made an Oreo cheesecake for my friend, one of my teammates' birthdays recently. And I think that was probably one of the few desserts of the probably 30, 40 desserts that I've made that I actually ate.
Why? Do you not like desserts?
I love desserts. I'll eat cookie and ice cream like 3 times a week. It's a really bad habit. But
You earn it. You do enough fitness to earn whatever desserts you want.
I do be running.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't it's not that I just like feel like I'm in the moment of like hosting, and I enjoy watching other people like enjoy my food.
So how
So
do you
I'm
know
not-
something's ever bad?
I ask for honest feedback. I don't know if I'm actually getting honest feedback, but I tell people. My head coach though, he's pretty.
Pretty blunt.
Yeah, he'll like. He's liked everything that I've made, but if he has like a critique, he will not hold
He's not
back.
afraid to
Yeah,
let you
he'll
know.
tell me. So then I can like that's like the true.
The coach's
Yes,
test.
yeah, because he'll walk out eating my food, and then he'll turn back around every single time, and he's like, "That was good." Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like the true test of like, is it good or not? So,
Okay.
yeah.
That is a fun one. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you were you keep up with Drake May's wife. And
yes,
What is
yeah.
it? Ann Michael bakes. Like she's like
Yeah.
a whole celebrity
Yeah.
baker from Charlotte.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? I mean, Baking Addict and Ann Michael bakes collaboration
Mine
one day.
is like all at home learning, like watching YouTube videos. So
I don't think
but-
most people are going to baking classes
I guess
to
that's
learn.
fair. I guess that's fair.
So you've just perfected it at home.
Yeah.
Some of us are trying to figure out how to be good at one thing. She's figured out how to be good at two. So
It's crazy.
okay, so you talked about being from Kansas City originally.
Mm-hmm.
What is that like growing up in Kansas, and then kind of tell me a little of the journey to get here. So I know you played at Kansas University. So from Kansas City to here, what has that journey kind of been like?
It has definitely not been linear. I was at KU, and I decided probably like my sophomore year that I really wanted to pursue like professional soccer. I changed my major, and then I graduated a semester early so I could get drafted in the spring.
Okay. Is there a difference? So it sounds like maybe your junior year.
Yeah.
Is there a
For-
reason to do it junior year instead of senior year?
Oh
Like
no,
when
no. I graduated after I graduated and then went.
Oh, then
so
you
it was
went to the
after
draft.
senior year.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I graduated one semester early and then left the spring of what would have been my senior year.
Okay.
I didn't even know if I was going to get drafted, but I was like, this is my best shot because teams don't, like at the time, teams were like not really keen on players that are still in college and going to miss part of preseason and stuff like that. So I was like, I want to give myself the best opportunity. So I took 27 credit hours the year before I was supposed to graduate, just so I could like knock it out. And it was like a really good semester. But yeah, I was in like 10 classes.
Did you say 27?
Yes. I had to get it approved by the dean.
I'm about to say
It was
there's multiple levels of approval that are
yeah,
necessary
I had
for
to
that.
like get it approved by the dean and all that stuff. And I was like, well, this is what I do. I want to pursue like soccer, and it like ended up working. I had a really good spring.
That's
and
off
then-
season too, though, right?
Yeah.
For soccer, so
Yeah.
that does help a little
Yeah,
bit.
it helped a little bit, but we still have like spring schedule,
Yeah.
and spring workouts. And in spring, we're usually getting up at 5 a.m. to work out. Like it's a different schedule, so it is easier, but it's also not.
When did you sleep?
Whenever I could, I slept in the locker room a lot. I would make my bed, and like I'd like make a little pallet in the locker room and take naps. But yeah, then the next fall, I went and that was when I had my best season. So I don't know whatever happened worked out, but
You laid the groundwork for
Yeah.
it. Like you put in the work
yeah.
for it.
So
So,
graduated.
getting drafted.
Mhm.
What is that? You said you weren't sure, so like you took a chance on you took a shot on yourself and it panned out. Is there? I pay attention to more like basketball and NFL, and they've got all these mock drafts and stuff. Did you have an idea that you might get drafted? Like how to take a shot like that? You had to feel something, or
Yeah.
was it just like a blind? Hey, I think it could work.
So my club coach growing up, I was still pretty close with him, and he was kind of the eyes and ears and like trying to help me because obviously he has connections. I didn't have an agent. Agents weren't that big when I first started.
Wow.
So it was just kind of like, oh, you don't really need an agent. Like there's really not much to negotiate. The league was still kind of young. And so I had like told him like I want to get drafted, like I want to go pro. So he was like talking to teams to me, and he's like, okay, well you have the potential to go here, you have potential to go here. And I was like, okay, but I wasn't getting my hopes up. I was like, it is what it is. Like if I don't get drafted, I know that I can go like try out and like try for a team. And then yeah, he called me like 2 picks before I went, and this is honestly really cool. My friend got picked. I grew up with this girl, and she got drafted to North Carolina Courage, and then I was the next draft pick, and we grew up playing together club soccer. So it was just like really cool.
You got drafted together?
Yeah, to the same team. So that was really cool. She was the pick before me, and then she actually just got married last month, and I was able to go to her wedding because we were still on break. So
That's amazing.
yeah. So that was
How long had you guys played club soccer together?
probably since we were 13.
Oh my
around there.
gosh.
Yeah, 13 all the way to
It's a dream
graduation.
realized for
Yeah,
both of you.
Yeah.
So what is the draft process? Is it shown on TV? Is it just like, hey, you got a call? Like, what is
At the
that?
time, it was shown on TV. It wasn't the biggest production because it was like still going. I feel like the next 2-3 years, like it really picked up and it became like this huge thing, which is amazing. But I was just at home. I was sitting at Johnny's Tavern with my family. We were just hanging out. It was like, I think 3 hours had gone by, and we were like, okay, like nothing has happened. And my, I think it was my sister was with me, my grandma, my brother, but everyone had to end up leaving to go back to work. They were like, we have to go. Like, we're so sorry. And like, I got the phone call, and I was just like sitting there, and my grandma was like, oh my gosh. Like, it was like so exciting. But yeah, I was just with my family. I was just at home, and yeah, it was really surreal.
You get to see those moments for some of the other sports, and you see their family crying and all of them. And it's like, I can only imagine, like, I didn't play collegiately and definitely wasn't not playing pro, but like for these players, for these athletes, you guys work your entire lives. When did you start playing soccer?
3.
So you started playing at 3, 22, 21 years old, you get a call that you get to do this professionally. It's like, you think of all the practices, all the days you didn't want to get up, the 27 credit hours
Yeah.
that you have to take, 5 a.m. workouts.
Yeah.
Now you get to be a pro.
Yeah.
And so I love watching drafts and seeing like players with their families, because like I know that moment means so much for the player, and for the family and the village that it takes. So like your grandmother being there, like
Yeah.
just like she saw you
Yeah.
going to games, probably when you
She
weren't
took
even
me
good.
to games, yeah.
Yeah. And then,
I was picking flowers, playing goalkeeper in the back of the field.
were you one of those?
Yeah, I would just pick flowers, do cartwheels, like not pay attention.
So
So,
for
yeah.
picking flowers and cartwheels, because me and my 2 siblings all played soccer. My dad coached us to a certain point. I played club. My brother played club. My sister broke my heart and decided that she did not want to, and she would have been the best out of the three
Oh
of us.
no.
Like she grew up with two brothers, and
Yeah.
like we wouldn't roughhouse with her, but
Yeah.
like we also wouldn't take it easy on her. So
Yeah.
she had this fight to her that, and my dad coached her. She played on it was co-ed, but it's always like two girls and the rest were boys.
Mm.
And I remember her having games. She decked a kid. Like she's like 7, 8 years old, and they're both. And he ended up on the floor crying, and she kind of looked at him, took off, just running. And I was like, "Oh, this is the one. Like out of the three of us, this is."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "I don't want to play soccer anymore." And I remember being like, "I'm your big brother. I'm here to support you, but no."
Please
It's like
don't
you were
choose
you were
this.
the chosen one. Like, and she was just like, "Nah, not it." She ended up playing volleyball, and I'm like, but some of those kids
Yeah.
picking flowers, turning around. When did that change for you that you're like, all right, because it doesn't sound like you were immediately competitive. Like when I started
Yeah.
playing, winning has meant everything to me from the very beginning of life. Like
Yeah.
board games, I was mad at my parents if they
Yeah.
beat me. So
Yeah.
I was not see ball, go score.
Yeah.
When did it change?
I feel like for me, so I kind of started playing because my brother and my sister played.
Okay.
And my sister's 4 years older than me. My brother's 5 years older than me. So my mom was the coach. So I would just play up with my sister's team.
4 years up?
Yeah, they would win the ball and then give it to me and then I'd lose it. Then they'd win the ball and then give the ball back to me and I'd lose it. So it was just like this whole thing. But yeah, so we'd play and I just like play with my brother and my sister. And I don't feel like I really got into it like competitive wise. Like I always wanted to win, but I got distracted. So I feel like I've always been competitive, but I feel like it wasn't like, oh, this is like everything until probably like 8 or like 9. And then I was kind of like, you're not going to score on me. And like I would get put up at the top of the field and I'd end up back at the back of the field. And then, and I was 11, I'd get put up at the front to like, because I was really fast growing up. And they'd be like, okay, go score, go be like a forward or something. And then I'd navigate towards the back of the pitch because I'm like, we're not getting scored on. Like every time. It was like an experiment. My coach was like, okay, go up top. And then he's like, there's no
Wait,
point in putting you at
all
the
right,
front.
explain this. So you're a defender. Why? Like that's not most people play soccer and their first inkling is like you want to score. That's the glory. You score the goal, you get the run around and celebrate. Why defense? That's all pressure.
Yeah, I feel like being a forward is almost more pressure sometimes. Like all
Yeah.
I have to do is stop you. You have to actually be the one to put it in the back of the net.
I also feel like there's.
And like,
I feel like if you're confident in both positions, I actually ended up making the move my junior senior year when I was getting recruited to play defender.
yeah,
Part of that reason.
Yeah.
Because you could be having a great day as a forward. You play a crazy good goalkeeper, or you just have a day where you're missing
Yeah.
the post by this much.
yeah,
Your team doesn't win.
yeah,
You mess up a few times on defense. You still got a goalkeeper. You got some other defenders.
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I think, I don't know, it's just like nice to be like, you can't go by me. Like it's like a rewarding feeling. Yeah, I feel like that's really, I just like, I don't know,
Putting the
defending
clamps on
I
people.
guess so. I don't know. Maybe it's because I had a brother and like we would roughhouse all the time and like that's my first thought is like,
You're not gonna win.
yeah, like that's my first thing.
Shout out to all the other forwards in the league. You coming down the field. Addie sees you as a big brother. She's not letting you win, putting you on notice here.
No, don't say that.
But I mean, I get it though. Like even now, like when I play defense. Also forwards, it's so much work.
Yeah.
Like you're chasing back and forth across, and I got to the point I'm like, and you're taking all these hits too. And I got to the point I was like, I'm a big guy. I'd rather deliver the hits than take them. Like I don't. Two guys, arms in the back, and it's like
Yeah.
the ref's not calling the foul. It's like I'd rather be the one trying to get away with the foul or like the extra blow. Like the forward position, we have guys that like, oh, you want to play forward? No,
Yeah.
I don't. That back and forth. I'm curious though, why did you ever play defensive center mid?
No. I've played center back, the middle of a back three, outside of a back three. I've played everywhere in a back five. And then I've played center back and outside back.
I feel like defensive center mid could have made sense.
It could have, but that was never a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I'm curious. I want to pick your brain about, because I do love soccer, so I can nerd out a little bit about it. You play outside.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
for the Ascent, what is your favorite formation on a field? If you could pick one, not for this team,
Yeah.
but like forever, like your favorite, you're thinking of all the players. This is like driving down the road. These are the thoughts that I'm having.
Yeah.
If I got to pick players from like the guys that play rec league now to the guys I grew up with, got to pick my favorite formation, what formation would that be?
I feel like a 3-5-2 played correctly is really fun.
Okay, you're going three center mids?
Yeah.
That is mine.
Yeah.
If you get three fast, strong defenders, a 3-5-2, I think you can't
You
lose.
can, if it is played correctly, that is like my favorite. I played that in college, and I was the middle of the back three.
Oh my gosh, you guys are
And
flying around.
It was so fun. But yeah, I mean, you all have to be in sync. That's definitely like a formation that can hurt you, but if you play it correctly, defensively and offensively, like I think it's a really fun formation.
That one requires a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
Like when I've seen that played well, it's like it's like a team that has got some years together where everybody knows the other person's tendencies. So like this person drifts, so you fill there. But the 3 center mids to me is the best way to control a soccer game. I feel like it's the easiest way. No matter the skill, you can do it with 2, but they work really hard for it.
Yeah.
3 center mids, I feel like you win the middle of the field. You give your best.
Yeah.
You give yourself a shot to win.
Yeah.
And having 3 and then 2 forwards, it also has to be 2 forwards who can play with each other.
Yeah.
You can't have 2 Cristiano Ronaldo
Yeah,
type.
you can have 2 individual forwards. You have to have 2,
one that's gonna drop under, and like these are. I coach here in Charlotte, girls team, rec league. A little bit of you in the Pig and the Flowers, but they're middle school, so they're too old for that.
Tough.
But
that's tough.
man,
No.
like some of them, we're trying to change formations, and they're like, "What?" Addie had some of these girls showed up to games saying, "Hey, coach, so where can I play today so I run the least?"
Oh no.
I'm like,
oh no.
you chose the one sport where you run
in every
the
position.
entire game. I was like, I can't. They would say
my
things like
gosh.
2:00 game, 85 degrees out.
Oh my gosh.
Pull a player off. I'm like,
That
you look
is
lightheaded.
awful.
What's wrong? I feel lightheaded. I feel like I'm sick. I'm like, all right, concerned. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what did you eat? Do you need something? I had 2 pizza bites. I was like, it's 2 p.m. You've had 2 pizza rolls
And it's 85 degrees outside.
all day? All day. Like, that coaching experience, I learned so much but laughed so much. And my dad coached all 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I was calling him. I'm like, you will not believe what happened today on the field. And I realized if I was ever to coach again, it's got to be school or like club.
Yeah.
Because girls would just not show up for practice or games.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, where's so-and-so? Oh, her boyfriend wanted to go to the movies with her, so she went. And I was like, excuse me? What is happening? I learned so much from them and trying to teach them formations. There was a moment when I came in halfway through one season. They lost every game that season, lost every game the next season.
No.
And then I'm like, all right, we're going to try to start like switching some formations up and like putting players where I think they could be better. And I've got them like, you remember that drill, like you're young and you're learning a new formation and your coach is basically like just side to side, like showing you where you move.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing that with them. And then in a game, like I saw it happen and I was like,
This is the moment.
I was like, they did it. I was like, they got it. Like I was like, she moves there, that one dropped in. And I'm like, okay, so it's in there. That next
It's
season,
in there.
I've never been on TikTok. That next season, I was like, all right, guys, we've made some strides. We got to win. I said, however many goals you win by, however many goals you win by, I will run a lap at practice. First game of the season, these jokers came out and won 6-1. Showed up to practice talking crazy. Hey, coach, get to running.
Oh my
Let's see.
gosh.
Move those feet. Move those feet. That looks like walking to me. Taunting me the whole 5 laps. Next game, they won by 4 goals. They are coming
my
out their
gosh.
car like they just won the World Cup. Just like, let's get to
They
moving,
needed some
coach.
motivation.
Well, part of the bargain was for their first win, I would make a TikTok with them. I didn't really think they were going to win till like halfway through the season and figured they would forget. No. End of practice. I'm like, all right, see y'all next week. They're like, TikTok now. Pink, pink, pink. Girls, girls, girls. Glitter, glitter. I'm twirling, making little heart shapes. And I'm like, you guys would be the ones to do this to me. I was like, after
So
this, I said, no
sad.
more.
No more.
No
This is
more.
it. Oh, that's so sad.
And I don't, and none of them, the problem was all of them had another thing. Like, all of them were dancers, lacrosse players, basketball players.
Yeah.
And so soccer was like the social thing. So they're
Yeah.
just there to like
Hang out, have fun,
hang
meet
out.
people. Yeah.
Would you ever coach?
I go back and forth. I have coached a little bit and I enjoyed it. I was actually getting my B license last year.
Oh, wow.
No, 2 years ago. And then I ended up leaving Kansas City and I went to Utah. So I just didn't have a team to coach. So I withdrew from the program. But yeah, I was coaching my little sister's U13 team for a while, like probably like 2.5 months. And then I've coached like U9 to U12 boys. I've actually done that, and girls here in Charlotte. I was working with Charlotte Rise.
Okay.
So yeah, that was good.
You talk about like the different, you just said Utah. You get drafted here to North Carolina.
Yep.
And then end up in other places. What is that like? What does it take, I guess, the mental part of it, but then also figuring out new systems, playing and going to different cities? Like you have to learn a new city, learn new teammates, coaches. What has that journey been like for you?
I feel like the ability to learn something quickly is so important in sports. You see players, and it literally in the NFL, there was players that had been traded midseason. It's like you have to learn their whole new playbook, and like that's
insane.
That's way more difficult than learning, in my opinion, the presses that we do. But the press has to be executed like beautifully. So it that's a hard question because I feel like it's almost like culture dependent. Like me going from the Courage, which is where I started, they were known at the time for like being a very high pressing, like you knew you were going to run constantly. You knew you're going to recover, like any type of running, like you knew that was going to happen there. I remember prepping for that and I thought I was prepared. I got there and COVID hit and I cried the whole first week I was there. I was like, I'm so bad at soccer. I was like, I'm so bad. And then I went home and I was like, nope. I said, you have to be more fit when you go back. And then I had like a month. We had a month off because the world shut down. I went back, or I went home, and I literally, this is going to sound so dramatic, but I'm not making this up. I would get up every day, and I would bike 6 to 8 miles and get off and then run 6 to 8 miles like every other day for like a month.
Would you have to bike back?
No, I would bike, and then my friend would get on the bike, and then he would bike with me when I'm running. And it was brutal the first like week and a half, but then like my body got used to it, and then I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember going back into camp, and after the second training, the coach came up to me and was like, you've been running. I was like, yeah, I have
got
been.
my butt kicked the
yeah, I
first
was like,
week
I
out
have
here.
been. He's like, okay, like good job. Like I noticed, and I was like, wow, like that was like so much validation. I'm like, it paid off. Like thank God. So, anyways, I kind of got sidetracked.
No, that's that's the dedication that like I realized by senior year I didn't want to give to the sport anymore.
Yeah.
I was just like I'd rather do other things. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
And if that's what's required for me to be good, I just would rather just not.
Yeah.
And like that was all that went into that decision.
And that's fine. Like, but yeah, learning systems, it's really just a lot about talking to your teammates. Going in, whenever I came here, this was probably the quickest I ever had to learn a system. I came from Utah, and then I had one training with the team, and then I was in the next game. And I had to learn the system that day.
So tell me about that. Coming to the Ascent.
Yeah.
New league. Can you explain a little bit? I would do a bad job of it. Can you explain a little bit of the league that you guys are in now?
Yeah, so we are a Division I league. So we are even with NWSL. This is just our second year as a league. So we're very new, still getting our feet wet, getting the league going, working on a CBA, all of those fun things. So yeah, it is even with the NWSL. We have a lot of players that have come from the NWSL now.
Yourself included.
Yeah, myself included. A lot of my teammates are from the NWSL. It's a very competitive league. I think it's more competitive than people realize. So I think it's kind of cool whenever people actually like come out to games. They're like, "Whoa, like I didn't know that," and I'm like, "Well, you wouldn't know that. You
Yeah.
haven't been to a game." And
Also,
yeah.
new league.
yeah, new league. Like people aren't your expectations aren't super high, but we have a lot of quality. We have a lot of quality players, and even from last year to this year, I feel like the talent has just gotten a lot better. So it's been really cool just to. Obviously, I was out the whole first half of season, so like it was cool to just like see the growth that happened
Yeah.
in year one. So
So, would you say there's style differences between the two leagues,
I feel
like
like
in how the game is played?
the leagues have transitioned. So the NWSL used to be a very transitional league. It was just a very athletic league and good soccer players, but very athletic. Like players can run, players are strong, and I feel like they've brought in a lot of internationals and it's raised the IQ of the league a lot, but it's also not super transitional anymore. I feel like it's a good mix of both now watching the NWSL. It's like, yes, there are transitions. Yes, we're going to maximize that, but that's not all the game is. There is a lot of how am I going to break this team down?
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see like a European mix with like an American style
Yeah.
of soccer. And I feel like the USL is like in that transitional phase a little bit right now because I feel like we're still gaining our ground. We're still learning our identity of
Yeah.
a league and what we're going to be. But I think there are a lot of really good athletes. I think there's a lot of good soccer players, and I think it's just like finding that balance. And it honestly took the NWSL a couple years to figure that out. So I feel like we're just like right there behind them when it comes to like putting those pieces together. But yeah, definitely have transitioned from the NWSL.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What brought you? Why Carolina Ascent?
So I was in Utah and I was struggling mentally for reasons I will not talk about. But I was struggling and I needed to leave. So I was like talking to my agent. I was like, I need to go somewhere else. Like, can we find somewhere else for me to go? I looked overseas. I looked at a lot of different teams in the USL Super League. And then this was actually the last team we had contacted. And I was like, I had reached out, or my agent had reached out to Philip, and we had heard back from him. And he was like, yeah, I'm really interested in it. And I was like, okay. And watched a couple of their games. And I was like, okay, they have a good style. Like, Philip's a very established coach. He was the goalkeeper coach for the U.S. national team.
Okay.
So he's also really good friends with my old club coach, Vladko. So it's just like, kind of, it was like, okay, that's like a coach that I want to play for, like knowing how Vladko is as a coach and like knowing that they're close and they work together.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's an environment that I could see myself wanting to be
Culture.
in because and I'm like, I know that I'm going to grow. I know I'm going to be tested and I'm going to get better. And obviously the league was super new. So I was like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I was like, I need to bet on myself. That's one of those moments of like,
Yeah.
I need to just go. I need to play. I need to see how it's going. I need to see like what's up with me mentally, and then I get here and it's been such a relief for me. But I feel like me coming here, like a big piece of that was the environment that was created, these standards that were set. Like they want to be better, they want to grow, they want to teach soccer here. Like the way that they play is like very pretty. So it's also pretty, but it's also hardworking. Like there's a lot that goes into our press. And yeah, so I feel like all of that kind of attracted me. And yeah, it's been nice.
Back to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. So your teammates, are you considered a vet?
Yeah. I am.
You're a vet. I think that's so funny in sports now. Like people being considered a vet, like especially like I was thinking about this in the NBA. There are guys who are like, you're 27. There are guys who are also 27 and they're considered vets. But if they started playing NBA at 19, they've been in the league for 8-9 years. And it's like, yeah, you're not a rookie. You're a vet.
Yeah.
Do they call you like grandma? Like what is?
Oh my gosh, grandma is crazy.
Do you have an auntie? Maybe? Do you have a vet nickname?
No. This is so sad. People call me intimidating on my team whenever they first meet me, and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm that intimidating, but it's fine. I learned that recently, and it really it's fine.
Was it one of your rookies or?
Yeah, it's one of the young girls. A couple of the young girls like, yeah, you're like pretty intimidating. Like, and then a couple, even of the girls that were of my age, like, yeah, you're intimidating at first, but like once you get to know you, like, I'm like, oh, Dang.
Well,
Like,
I wouldn't say you're giving intimidated for the episode, so
yeah, no,
I feel like you're fine.
I appreciate that. But yeah, it is weird because I have a teammate that I think she's 15 now. Yeah, Stella. And I'm over a decade older
Yeah,
than her.
that's you guys
So
really.
that hurts a lot.
Wow, she's 50. I was gonna say
Yeah.
she hasn't even graduated high school.
No. Yeah. So it's
She
fine.
must be insane.
Yeah, she's really talented.
Wow.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. Don't remind me. It hurts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so join the team now. You guys made it to a final,
Semifinal.
semifinal.
Yeah.
What is that like? Like so early for the team to have that
yeah.
kind of success. That's got to be like a huge spark for you guys. Even if you're not in the final, you don't win, but to get there so early for what you guys are building, that's got to be exciting.
Yeah. I think for us, it was just like a moment of everything that we worked toward paid off. Of sometimes in games when you don't want to trust the system anymore because it's not working in that moment, and we trusted the system, and we had a streak where we had I think 6 ties or something in a row. It's like, okay, it's still working, like we're not scoring or we gave up one and we're tying, we're still finding ways to get points. I think for us it really taught us a lot of grit, and right now like we're going through a season and we're having a rough spell, and I think that at some point like that's going to pay off for us, is having people that experienced the last season
Yeah.
and what it felt to hang on and to like fight through a game. But yeah, last year was huge for us. I think we won all but one award for our club, 1 or 2 awards. So that was huge. It was a great year for a lot of people. Our team, it was like a nice season just to honestly see what is capable with literally just starting out. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And then for you alluded to this earlier, injury, surgery,
yes,
out.
yes,
It's a long-term injury. Like what happened?
So back in March of last year, I tore my cartilage out of my knee. Don't know where it went. It went missing. They scanned my knee, can't find it. It's gone. They think my body just absorbed it, so that's cool. Don't know how that.
Absorb the cartilage?
Yeah, it's gone. I don't know where it's at, but they couldn't find it. They couldn't find it when they opened my knee either, so it's gone.
Okay.
So I tore my cartilage, and then it was March. It was the very end of March, and I was like, okay, we have 2.5 months left of season. So I did what most players would do, and I was like, I want to keep playing. So I taped my knee.
For the love of the game.
Yes, for the remainder of the season, hoping that we would make it to the finals and like have a final push and then make it. But we lost on semis, unfortunately. And then after semis, probably like 2 weeks later, I went to Houston, got surgery on my knee, and then they put the cartilage, they put a cadaver cartilage, piece of cartilage in my knee. And then while they were in there, they found out that my ACL had been torn for a little bit. So they repaired that. It was torn like a couple years back, I guess. He's like, this is a really old tear. But he's like, we're going to go ahead and fix it. And then they repaired my meniscus as well.
So you'd been balling out on a torn ACL that you had no idea about.
Yeah, for some years. So that's fun.
So afterwards,
Yeah.
new knee.
Yes.
Can you tell the difference playing now that you have an ACL there that you didn't know, and that there's than like years ago? Like, can you think back to some moments like before you're like, I guess that probably is why that felt weird, or like no difference?
Yeah, I remember there was a time in my career, I don't know when it was, but my knee was like swollen and like kind of weird, and I was like, oh, it's whatever. And then it ended up going away. And I didn't think anything of it. But like my knee, this is gonna be gross. Like whenever I'd stand up, like I could like move it inside a little bit further than this one. Like it had a little bit more lax to it.
Ooh.
And I would be standing up and I'd be like, and I remember for years, like I'd be like, I'd ask trainers and they'd be like, oh no, like you're fine. Like I passed the ACL I passed every test. Like it didn't show up a negative. Like whenever they'd move my knee. So like, yeah, your knee's fine. Like
Was it a full tear?
no, it was a partial tear.
Okay.
So, but there was a little bit more give to it. And so I didn't think anything of it. Why would you think anything of it? Like I've tested negative multiple times for that. So yeah, he was like, it's not that big of a tear, but like it is definitely partially torn and it could go at some point. So he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and fix it. And I was like, okay. But he didn't find that out, so he opened my knee. He had to get consent from my mom mid-surgery. So
Definition of built different over here. Built
it's
different.
a wild time. I have a very high pain tolerance. I don't know why, but my trainers, they make jokes about it. They're like, yeah, you need to be studied because,
I mean, yeah, you
yeah,
had a whole
yeah, I don't
ACL
know.
tear,
Yeah.
and so
So,
that's a blow, especially in the peak of your career. Mentally, what is that moment, and then the rehab process? One of the things I think I always gain more respect for athletes is when they have these big injuries and they talk about that rehab process. That everyone thinks about, like, oh, you're excited to get back to playing, but it's like there are days where it hurts bad, and there are days where mentally you're like, is this worth it, or like, why did this happen? What has that journey been like for you, and then culminating with you getting back on the field a couple weeks ago?
yeah.
What is all of that?
Um, Honestly, I feel like whenever I get hurt, I just try to like, I don't even take it day by. I don't even think about like playing in the future. I just think about like the now and like what I'm going through. So whenever I got surgery, I remember I couldn't walk on it for a couple weeks, and then after I could walk on it, I had to like start using a crutch for a while, and I couldn't put weight on it for a certain amount of time. And um, yeah, I don't know. I just think every day I would get up and I'd be like, it's just a day, like it's another day to me. And it's not trying to minimize my injury, but I think I just didn't try to make it this big thing of like, yeah, there would be days I would wake, there'd be a couple nights where I'd wake up like crying in the middle of the night, and I'm like, my knee is throbbing, like it hurts so bad. And it's like, I would take my medicine and I'd go back to sleep. And then the next day, I'm like, all I can do, the only thing that I can control is my energy and my attitude. And if I'm going to sit here and like mope about it, like that's not going to help
Yeah.
anything. And I'm a big believer of like when you're optimistic and positive, that like your body
Response.
responds to that. And I was very, very fortunate that I had a very smooth recovery, but that there were days when I'm like, I'm trying to squat and my knee doesn't want to move, or I'm trying to do like a leg press and my leg, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's not as strong. And like even now, like I'm still working on like getting my jump height the same and like
Yeah.
stuff like that, the force into the plate the same. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Like I wake up every day and I'm just like, okay, like today I'm gonna do the best that I can do today. And I don't try to focus on tomorrow. I would set goals for myself, and I'd be like, this is actually a really fun goal I set for myself.
Okay.
It was probably it was November. It was right before I went to my appointment. So early November. I told my trainers before I went to go get my clearance to start running, I was like, I am going to be playing in training on December 8th. Like, I will be playing full contact. Like, I will be at least like partial contact somewhat. I will be in training, like for sure. And they're like, that seems a little soon. Like, we don't know if that's like, don't get your hopes up. Like, we're not knocking it down, but don't get your hopes up. And I was like, okay. And I told
Just
my,
letting you know.
yeah, I told my strength trainer, I was like, write the day down. I was like, December 8th, I will be in training. And I go to my appointment. It goes well. I come back. Obviously, I've been grinding. I've been running. Also, when you take time off like that and then you come back and you have to start a soccer regiment of running again, your lungs feel like they are literally lit on fire with gasoline. So that's not fun.
You get to the end.
Yeah, no, literally. And also, I'm like, I have really bad asthma, so I'm like, please hand me my inhaler.
Oh, no.
I'm like dying while I'm running. But yeah, so beginning of November, I told them that. And December starts creeping up, and it's the week of December 1st. And guess who's slowly integrating into training?
Number 13.
Yep, December 6th, my athletic trainer looks at me and he's like, it's December 8th. He's like, you're going to be in training December 8th. And I was like, no way. And I was so annoying. I'm sure everyone was like, please shut up. I was running around, I'm in training December 8th. Like, I told you guys I was going to be in training. I told you guys. I'm like, my best friend Mia, she was probably like, please stop. Like, you're so annoying. But yeah, so it's just like, I don't know. I like.
But you earned it.
Yeah, I did. I grinded and I showed up every single day. And even on like days when like teams have off and stuff, like those are the moments people are like, oh, don't you get a break? And I'm like, no, like I have to still go home and rehab like by myself like 3 or 4 times a day at times, just to get like my mobility back. So yeah, it's a lot goes into it. I was very fortunate with this injury, and like my staff that's helped me and like my doctor, it was really good. So it's been very nice, but It's not always like that. My ankle injury was really rough. So, yeah.
So that moment, back onto the field, your
Yeah.
sub on,
Yeah. I was just buzzing. I was ready to be out there.
not emotional, no
No,
tears.
I was just like, honestly, we were losing this game. I came in like the last 2 minutes of the game, and all I was going through my mind is we need to score a goal. I was like obviously so excited, like so
Yeah.
excited, but I don't feel like it hit me until the next time I went in,
Oh, you're back.
and it was the next game, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I think I had gone in for like 30 minutes, and excuse me, it was like, I don't know. I feel like that one, it hit me more. And I was at home. So I was like, oh, like I'm around like people that like
Yeah.
I know. And like some of our fans are there and they're like congratulating me. And I was like
Thank
that
you.
one, it kind of hit me. And I was like, wow, I'm kind of like, I get to play soccer again. I'm like back. I'm ready for minutes. But yeah, it was a nice feeling to like feel like it all paid off.
That is awesome. All right. I'm curious. You've been playing the game since you were 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have our soccer heroes that we look up to. Twofold question. Your favorite athletes of all time? Don't have to be soccer related. And then like who are your soccer like legends, goats that you like loved watching growing up? So let's do regular sports right
This
now.
is-
Like all sports.
The worst question to ask me because I kid you not, I did not watch TV growing up. I get this question a lot. Obviously, I play soccer and people are like, who is your idol? And I swear that I just didn't, like, I just played because I loved soccer.
She was her own idol.
No,
inspired
not
herself.
even. I hate that.
Wow,
That's terrible.
she
No,
inspired herself.
Don't say that. That
She
is
was
terrible.
her own inspiration.
No. I just, like, loved playing.
Okay, at a certain
and
point,
I-
you had to start watching. You're
I
watching
mean-
Women's World Cups.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't feel like I get attached to, like, people or things like that. And I don't say that to be like, whatever. I definitely have people that I watch and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. Amazing. Like Tobin Heath. Like she
was one of my
incredible.
favorite.
Like she is so skilled. She is so smart.
Also so
She knows
strong.
she knows the game so well. It's like so fun to watch her play. That was probably one of like whenever I actually started watching the women's team, that was a player that I really
Tobin Heath was one of my favorite.
yeah, she's just so creative and like
Also feel like you would know. I don't remember what position she played, but in my mind, she could play everything but defense. Like I feel like you could have put her anywhere on the
yeah,
field
she'll make anything happen.
and like
anywhere.
and make an impact wherever she was. Like
Yeah.
she was so much fun.
Yeah.
Her, Julie Ertz, because
Julie Ertz
she
is-
just
yeah.
you talk
She's a
about
boss.
strong.
Yeah,
like,
she's a boss.
And Abby Wambach at the end of her days, like that is someone that I'm like, you just don't want to get in the way of her and a shot.
Yeah.
Like she hits the ball harder than almost anyone I've ever seen, and I'm like, she
Yeah.
was just physical, and I'm a physical soccer player, so like I love the finesse players. They do things I can never do.
Yeah.
But like Abby Wambach to be as good as she
Yeah.
was at that, like,
This is gonna be a weird one,
Ooh.
but and it's not weird because of who it is. It's weird because like we're kind of close. Like I feel like she's in the Tobin Heath era,
okay,
but I feel like this one came after playing with this person and like seeing their mind and like learning from them
Okay.
and learning not only the type of person that they are, but like how they impact the team, not only with their soccer, but like with their brain and like just them as a person. But Sam Mewis, she's like a
Yeah.
top class person for me.
yeah,
She is just like, I remember like my rookie season, she helped me a lot and she was like, do not be afraid to like push me. And like, she gave me advice and like, she could have just let me drown.
yeah.
And like, she didn't. She went out of her way to help me.
She's
And-
a well-known.
yeah,
I mean, that's,
and she is just like, she's so smart. I remember being in film, she would still be asking questions. She would still be like trying to learn new things. And I think that that was really cool to see that she's not like, oh, I just know everything. So I feel like obviously I watched her and I was like, she's a really good player. But like being in the same room as her, then you're like, holy cow. Like she just has something different about her.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. So that she was just one of my favorite
got a
people.
sister too.
Yeah. Christy.
Because Sam's who I'm thinking of. And Christy, did she play overseas?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
I mean, technically Sam did as well, but
oh, yeah,
yeah.
okay. So yeah, they're both very.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like Team USA went through a stint where like their national team had so much fun
Yeah.
personalities
Yeah.
on them, from like Rapinoe
Yeah.
and Sydney Leroux. Like
Hmm.
she cracks me up. Like she's a character, and now like the new wave of like these players, and like
Yeah.
soccer's in a really great place. So you're saying you didn't watch TV?
Yeah.
No, like '96 Olympics or what, World Cup?
Well, I was born in '98, so.
I mean, but watching it, highlights,
No. Yeah, no.
Brady Chastain,
I mean, like this is embarrassing for me to. I should probably start watching this stuff so I can answer these questions when I'm asked them.
YouTube, YouTube baking, YouTube the soccer
I don't
goats.
even YouTube baking.
Like you don't want like the goats.
I just like literally this is, and I don't know if this is just like my personality. I struggle to watch, like I would rather watch that with somebody when I can like talk things through.
Interesting.
And no one in my family like likes to watch soccer like that unless I'm on the screen. So it's like hard for me. I love watching it with like my teammates or
Yeah.
like my boyfriend, like he watches soccer all the time, but like I need like the conversation, and it's not because I'm bored, it's just because like I want to be able to like actually analyze and discuss the game, which not everybody wants to do.
You're not enjoying it as much as like
Yeah.
there's a
Like,
level
I
of
wanna,
breaking it down.
yeah, I want
too.
to like actually like see what people are thinking, and I love watching, and like I'll watch clips and stuff, and like I'll watch my games back obviously because I need to learn. But I think for me, like I was, and this is so, I'm not even being extra. Like I was literally outside playing capture the flag, and I was on the trampoline, and I was swimming, and I was playing soccer, and
Okay.
doing all of this stuff. And I would come inside, or in the morning I would watch Cartoon Network or SpongeBob. I'd watch cartoons. Like
Big kid.
What my family, we didn't ever have like sports on. Like my brother played baseball, but like we didn't watch it all the
Yeah.
time. Like we grew. I feel like the most we watched sports was with my grandma with KU basketball. Like that was the sport to watch in our household.
Rock chalk.
Yes, rock chalk, baby.
Okay, so weren't watching it. I just had a question come to me. This is not prepped. Your favorite game in your career ever, can it even be in high school? Favorite game ever and favorite moment. Could be two different things. Could be the same. Got her stumped.
Yeah, those are a lot of different things. I feel like my favorite. My favorite game. Okay, I'm gonna go to favorite moment, and I feel like I have 3 of them.
Okay.
Winning the Big 12 championship for the first time in our program history. That was huge. That was really fun. It was just like a great moment. My whole
Yeah.
family was there. It was in Kansas City. Like
Oh, wow. That's great.
That's like the first time I'd won anything like,
That big.
yeah. And I cried. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I was like, it's the Big 12 championship. Like we still have so much more to go. Anyways, that was a really good moment. And then my debut in 2020.
He's a pro athlete.
Yep, that was a great moment. I was so nervous. I remember I was literally physically like shaking. I was like, stop shaking, stop shaking. Then they're like, the more you can try to control it, the worse it gets. So I was like, just let it happen. So it's like, yeah, I'm like, like walking down the tunnel, like it's fine. And then I'd probably say going to the finals with the current.
Okay.
That was like a very surreal moment. There was a lot of people there. It was at Audi Field in DC.
Yeah.
And it was just like one of those moments. I'm like, you walk in, it's like a stadium filled with people, and like you're there for the championship game, and it's like, wow, like it was like one of those moments of wow, like I made it.
Yeah.
In the sense, like obviously you have to find a way to stay there, but it's like I made it, and like this is so cool, and like my family got to be there, and I was like, this is amazing. And I just like got to play. Yeah, so that was probably my 3 moments.
Hey, you said stay there. You made it there, and a lot of us don't make it there.
Yeah.
And so that alone is for the athlete. You want to be back, but
Yeah.
you got to remember you're one of few who's gotten there.
Yeah.
Very, very few.
So that was a great moment. My favorite game, that's so hard.
It's okay. You don't have to answer it. If it comes back to you in the next
Okay.
couple of minutes.
Great. Great.
So you watch sports now. Do you
Yeah.
watch other sports casually?
Yeah, I've started watching a lot of tennis.
Okay.
Um,
Went to the U.S. Open the last 2 years.
okay,
Gotta
yeah.
find your way
I
there.
was about to say I wanted to go so bad.
You gotta. I don't know how it works for your season, but it's
Not looking great. Not looking great.
it is so much fun.
Yeah, actually worked in the ASB Tennis Classic in New Zealand in 2019. Yeah, fun fact.
How'd you do that?
I studied abroad for 2 weeks.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and that was like part of my class is like learning how
Huh.
to manage events. So yeah, that was really fun. I was a week off from seeing Venus Williams live.
We got to see her last year in doubles.
See, that's sad. I
And
missed it.
I did not think it. I grew up on the Williams sisters. Like
Yeah.
my dad is like a sports guy, but he's not like a sports addict. He just enjoys like if he has to watch something, it's either that or like something where they're blowing cars up. Like it was one of the two.
Yeah.
And so I sat beside him, just grew up watching sports. The Williams sisters like were the goats to me, and I was sad. It's like I'll never get to see them play. And then Venus started playing again in these doubles matches, and we're up there. And the hard part is when you buy tickets for the Open, we went like for later rounds.
Yeah.
You don't know who's playing and what. And you don't know if you're going to be able
Yeah.
to get into it. And so we got lucky and got to see her, and she dominated. And she's waving, and she comes out and does like the Williams sisters twirl and like waves. And I started choking up, and I was like, "What is happening? Like, why is this?" It's like that's my childhood. Like
Yeah.
my entire life has been watching her and her sister dominate, and like to get to see her in person
Yeah.
do it. Like I was not like I'm not overly emotional like that. And I was like, what is?
Who's cutting on you?
Yeah, but seriously, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So tennis that's
Yeah.
a fun one.
Yeah, tennis has been really fun to watch. Mia has got me into that. But yeah, that's been great. I'm trying to think of any other sports that I watch.
College basketball.
Yeah, during March. I
Okay.
used to watch a lot, obviously, when I went to Kansas. Had a lot of good games that I went to. Really good games.
Okay.
The triple overtime Oklahoma game. I think it was Oklahoma. That game, and then there was a game at what we were playing West Virginia at Allen Fieldhouse. We were down 20 with 2 minutes left, came back and won. That was wild. Was at that game
You guys
too?
storm the court.
No, that's like a normal thing. Well, it was like a normal thing.
I went to Kansas. We're good at basketball. We don't storm the court.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, but the student section goes crazy though. Like it's really cool.
The games look
Yeah,
incredible.
it's a different atmosphere. I'm like, if you haven't ever been, you need to go to Allen Fieldhouse.
But speaking of college basketball, Queen City Unleashed is actually going to be hosting a March Madness watch party with the Carolina Ascent. We're going to have a few players hanging out with us. It's going to be at Hopfly, March 20th at 6 o'clock. Free drink tickets for the first 100 people. That number might go up if you're lucky, but right now, 100 people, first 100 get a free drink ticket. We'll have food, lots of raffles from small businesses around Charlotte, restaurants and other small businesses that you all know and love. But come hang out. We can have a couple hundreds of people there. It's going to be a great night. We're also going to do an ESPN bracket challenge, men's and women's tournament, because the women's tournament has got some great teams over there that we want to watch. So our watch party is going to have both men's and women's games throughout the whole brewery at Hopfly. So come hang out with us, meet some of the players, and it'll be a great way to, if you haven't been doing a Ascent game, great introduction to meet the players, become fans of them, go to a game, watch them play, watch them dominate. Addie's back out there now. So yeah, come out, check out our March Madness watch party. But that'll be a good way that's your thing.
Yeah.
So hopefully some of the teammates, the gals come out, hang out.
I mean, we have very competitive people on our team, so.
Did you guys do brackets?
Yeah, we usually do some sort of fun thing.
Perfect.
So.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
The best I ever got one year, I came in the top 2,000.
Oh my gosh, that's really good.
And I've been chasing that high ever since. Like every
That's crazy.
year. Like
You would not get me to shut up if I was that good.
Well, here's the problem. It happened like my freshman year of college.
Oh my gosh.
So that's now some years ago, and so I can't keep bringing that up.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
didn't
tough.
ultimately win anything. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't the number one, but I think my number was like 1,700 something.
That's insane.
Because I
For
called.
how many brackets get submitted?
Right, but I called Michigan going to the Final Four, and I just really paid a lot of attention to that team, and knew they were probably like hitting their stride. And so nobody had Michigan going that far. So because I did, my bracket was just like
Yeah.
held perfection for like the longest.
Gosh, that's
And I'm literally
insane.
like 1700. I was like, I hope in
That's a
every
peak.
year.
That's a peak.
For as a sports fan, absolutely. And this is I'm not big into sports gambling, but if I had put money on that bracket, I'd be rich. Like if I had put nobody would have called that. So I hasn't happened since.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
It's pretty
fine.
cool though.
Everything's okay.
It's a fun fact.
Is that a fun fact?
I feel like it is. That's pretty huge. Like, do you know how many people enter those?
Yeah, millions.
Yes.
Millions.
And you were in the top. That's like the top 0.1%.
Look, I'm trying to get in a bracket with you guys this year, the Queen City Unleashed bracket, and I want to destroy all the Carolina Ascent players.
That is crazy.
Like
okay.
I want you guys to be like, who's that guy again? Like that's what.
If I have to unleash a teammate on you, it's gonna be Riley Parker. So I wish you luck.
Is she like really good with her picks? And stuff?
Yeah, she's just really competitive, and I know that she's gonna dedicate herself to learning it, and then she's gonna really destroy you, and I can't wait. So I hope
Riley?
she watches this.
It's on. We can make a side bet or something. It's on. We can make it happen. Okay. As we wrap, what is your message to Charlotte, people in general, about the Carolina Ascent coming out to watching, and especially supporting women's sports? So, like I saw my buddy earlier, he had a everybody watches women's sports T-shirt from the WNBA, and like I've watched women's sports my entire life, and so I know women's sports is reaching. It's not even reaching its peak, but it's like every year it feels like it's peaking even more.
Yeah.
So as a woman, but then also like woman of color in sports, talk about that. What is your message to people out there?
Yeah, I think people of Charlotte, like, just come out and support. I think a lot of people are like, oh, like, I don't want to go because I don't know. But a lot of people that do take the leap and, like, go watch the games, they always end up coming back. And I think that speaks for itself. We had a really good fan base last year, and we have a lot of good fans coming out this year. And I just think to continue to grow that would be huge. We're a fun team. We have a fun atmosphere. We have a lot of fun personalities. And I think getting to know the players, like, we do stop and say hi after games. We always try to make time for you guys. And I think just coming out, you guys would see that. And I think you guys would really have fun and enjoy the game and it create a really fun atmosphere. What was my other one?
Just talking about women's sports in general.
Women's sports in general. I think we're in a really cool time with people like really getting behind women's sports and seeing like how fun it is to be a part of it. And women are very competitive, I feel like, and not to slight men in any way. I feel like women are so gritty and like we want to win and we're going to get fouled, but we're going to get up and keep going. Or we're gonna try not to fall down or something like that. And I think
she called us dramatic. That is what. For those who don't watch soccer, that was the jab. I was waiting to figure out where it was. It was when she said we fall down and we pop right back up. That is a jab at men's soccer. And the sad part is she's not incorrect, but I caught that.
Okay, well, I was trying to be nice, but I just think that we're gritty and like. It's not even like we have anything to prove because we are great and we're amazing and we're talented. I just think that the more people have come out, and obviously that's why it's picking up, the more that people see it, they're like, oh, this is cool. I want to go back and watch it. And I think just keep exposing. And I also think it's huge. Like, this is probably my favorite thing is when I see, like, yes, I love seeing little girls walk around in my jersey and stuff, but seeing, like, a little boy wearing my kit and being like, she's so cool. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that alone is, like, so cool. And especially when I was in the Kansas City, when I was playing for the Current, it was really cool because you'd see like little kids and they'd be like, "Oh, mom, like I want to talk to her." And like even here, there's so many little boys in the stands that are like, "Can you sign this? Like I really like how you play. Like you played so good today." And like they'll ask us about stuff, and I'm like, that is so cool. And it's like not just affecting like the young girls, but it's affecting the young boys, and it's normal for them to see women's sports, and I think that's so cool. But also to the young girls that look like me, like you can do anything you put your mind to, and I'm not just saying that to say that. I played on scholarship most of my club career. I wouldn't be here without sacrifice from my mom or sacrifice from myself. I found a way to make it work, and at times I got a job and like I tried to help my mom with paying for my soccer. So I'm not saying you need to go do that, but I'm saying like you could do anything you put your mind to, and it's so important that you do what you want to do, because somebody else is going to be looking up to you someday. And I think that's huge in whatever route you decide to take, whether you want to be an engineer or a doctor or a soccer player or play another sport. Like, just being powerful as a woman and doing what you want is huge. So
I'm not going to follow that up with any comment at all. Addie, thank you. Thank you so much for your time, for being on Queen City Unleashed, our first active pro player right here. Number 13 on the Ascent. Come out, like, support them. Like, they've got games. Your season ends in June? May? Making sure I captured finals date. It's going to be May.
I think the finals are going to be, I don't know. I think they're going to be in May.
Okay.
Fact check me, because I am a week-to-week calendar right now.
We heard her. She's
focused on the next game.
She's focused on the now. They hear it now. But hey, come out, check them out. Get a jersey, get some swag. I've got my Ascent hat here. I'm gonna be at some games this year, and then you can also come out and meet some of the players at our March Madness event. We're gonna be giving away tickets for the games to come see the Ascent. They'll probably have some other swag there too, so you do not want to miss this opportunity. And it's free. March Madness event is free, so just come hang out, but come see their games. Invest in them. They'll put a smile on your face, and you'll find yourself cheering and realize that, like, hey, it's another fun activity. It's not just football and Charlotte FC, and then what do? It's like, no, we've got the Ascent right here. So thank you for representing our city well, wherever you guys travel, for being a part of the culture here, and for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Love chatting with you.
Well, all right. We'll see you guys on our next episode. Thank you.